Hello, mighty men. I'm Gideon from Uganda. Mm, I was born in an Anglican church, Anglican family. My dad and my mom are Anglicans. Yeah, I was raised by a single mom, though my dad is there. My dad used to be a prisons officer. My mom is a police woman. But my dad, after resigned and went to serve God, he went to. He has been a reverend canon up to when he retired. But I came to know my dad when I was around 17. Yeah, because they were not living together, my mom and my dad. My dad had another wife who was the first one. Uh, so so that's how how I grew up. I grew up with my mom only. It was hard to grow with the mother, with their money they get. So life was not easy. I studied, finished high school, then went to campus until when I left even before finishing. In my high school life, I was leading a students. I was a chairman scripture union for in the high school. I was a vice chairman, then became chairman 2 times. So I knew God. I was a Christian, good Christian, who used to serve God until when I went to campus, life started changing. Life changed because my mom was used to get the salary, and we used to survive from that, even the digging, like cultivation, all that. But when her salary got lost for like a year in the system, she was not getting the salary for the whole year, and I was at campus at the university like in my last semester. So life became hard in that I couldn't finish. It became hard in that, okay, she paid half of the tuition. Yes, I could finish, but for me, my life was very hard because even I would sleep hungry. I would feed, I would drink water and go to campus. So it was very hard for me, and I was not staying at home. I was staying like I had rented somewhere and was staying there. So it became hard. It became hard in that I even learned drinking, which I didn't know by that time. So I started drinking. I was not drinking a lot, but I started testing. It starts from there. So I changed my life. I started joining groups, started going to clubs. But after I realized that now here there is no life, so I decided to leave the campus, the university, and go to the city to look for jobs. I told my mom, no, I cannot continue like this because now things are changing. Everything is going to be a mess now. Let me go and look for something at least in the city. I look for a job and work. Then she obviously she refused, but as me, I decided and went. When I decided to go to the city, I reached the city. Things were not easy, but I had a friend, my old boy in the school, who welcomed me. We were staying together. He was driving in a company, like studying at the campus, also like driving. So I would sit in the car, see how he's doing. So I learned driving just by seeing. When he parks somewhere, I remove the car and park it somewhere. So I got to know when he was there, he saw me removing the car from the parking, putting it somewhere. He say, now you know how to drive or what? Said, I just learned from you. I learned by seeing how you do. Say now he started like giving me. Sometimes I would drive, do what? When he's at school, I drop him at school, do what? So I decided now to look for a driving license. I looked for money. I'd work on buildings, constructions. Like life was very hard, and he was a Muslim. So I would work on construction buildings, do what? But I look for money for the driving license. So I went and looked for the driving license. I got it. When I got it, I started getting some jobs paying less, like 50 dirhams, a month. Imagine you are working, you are getting 50 dirhams, you have to rent. Good thing I was staying with this friend of mine. He was like a brother to me. So life was very hard, for sure. It was very hard. And then I decided to go to Rwanda, like Nyagatare, Kigali, Rwanda country. I went there. I started life. Life was somehow good. I had a shop there, but also after things didn't go well because of like, maybe if you are working and you have something here and the other person doesn't like what you are doing, maybe you are taking customers like it's like a competition and everyone is coming to you. Before he was there alone getting everything. Now he's seeing you have taken all the customers and you're not Rwandese. So I saw like it was going to bring a problem. So I sold the shop and came back to Kampala. When I reached Kampala, all the money went because no job. You have to look for a job. So I had to rent. I had to do what? Nothing was moving, for sure. I was not even going to church because I was not going to church, for sure. I left church. I left church that time. But I would pray. So one day I was there. I have my friend who's now in Abu Dhabi. He had cars at the hotel. He had a car at the hotel, so he had someone to pick. I went and picked that friend of him who was coming from UK. She lives in UK, so I went to pick the person from the airport and drop her at the hotel. But when I dropped her at the hotel, when I picked her and dropped her at the hotel, she told me, then I drove her around like 3 days in the city, where a village. So she told me, but I see you are a young child, you're a young boy, and you're good. Why don't you try Dubai? I hear people going to Dubai. Yeah, I see people are going to Dubai. They are going there. They're starting slowly by slowly. So I was like, no, I don't have money for Dubai. So still hustling here. She was like, no problem. Go and check on this company. I reach there, then bring me the bills and I see. That's what I did. I went there. I got the information, got the paper. I rang her, and then they need medical. I went for medical. She sent me money. I went for medical immediately. One day, I finished everything, like almost everything. The process, I finished it. So I went, I brought her the bills, everything. She said, no, I will pay. Then when you reach in Dubai, no problem. You will pay me back. I was like, oh, that's wonderful then. That's wonderful. Then I was there. Like in 3 days, my visa came. It was wonderful. My visa came. I went and showed her that my visa has come. So that's how I came to Dubai. Landing in Dubai in Transguard in 2011, 15th. I came here. I knew here in Dubai there are no Christians. There are only Muslims. So I was there one day. Like there's a bus which would come to pick us from the camp, like go to church. Those ones who want to go for shopping. When I would go like for shopping, some of us would want to go to lounge. So I found out like even there are some buses that come to pick people to go for church. Then one day my friend told me I went to Gateway Church. There's a church called Gateway. Yeah, that Gateway is good. So I came to Gateway maybe like in April there, May 2011. After reaching in Gateway, there was a song I think, Holy. I think Craig is the one who was singing. Oh, when I heard the song, I was like, wow. I used to hate born again churches, but now I think I have found a church where I can be. From that day, for sure, like I would come from work, I would not miss a service. I would come from work, continue go to church, pray, sometimes come for setup, sometimes come for whatever is there, but I would not miss welcome team. So I would not miss service from that time. Then I joined Mr. Beanie's life group. I first went to Sony's, then afterwards I went to Mr. Beanie's. There was a announcement that they're about to being baptized. I went and got baptized in Gateway for the first time. I think to be baptized, to be like a water baptism. Wow, it was very nice. I felt like being reborn. When I came out like this, things changed for sure. So that's how I came to Gateway, and I have been Gateway for a long time, and I love Gateway. Now that's how I became a born again Christian. Before I was not a born again Christian, but now when I joined Gateway, now I became a born again Christian. And the prayer in Protestant churches, sometimes for us we say it, just pray, music, yeah, like singing. We have books, we are singing from there. But in Gateway, like in Gateway churches, when I knew that, yeah, you have to pray, I started learning how to pray, learning how to even talk in tongues. I can cry and talk in tongues. So I started now knowing more and more and more and more. So like being like knowing about born again Christians, I got to know them from here. It's not like in Uganda, they're not there, they are there. I see them, but I had not gone to born again churches. So I started going to born again churches here in Dubai. Like I started with Gateway. I've never gone to another church anyway, but Gateway Church, I have learned a lot, especially the mighty men, so supportive, like everything. Oh, Gateway Church, Gateway Church. I don't know if they should come to Uganda also and start one there. So that's how you came to be a born again Christian. Thank you.